I don't like Mrs. Donaghy anymore. She used to be my favorite teacher. She was everyone's favorite teacher, in fact. Never raised her voice, let us eat snacks in class, always had good stories. She was one of those teachers that made learning fun. I used to look forward to school, knowing she'd be there waiting for me. At least I did, until I caught her without her face on. Living only a couple of blocks away from your classroom has its advantages. You can sleep in, you don't have to take the bus, you can play on the playground anytime you want. It was nice. Especially if you happen to leave your Game Boy in your desk after school. Simply jog back, find the side entrance, slip in, and grab it. Like I said, nice. Reaching my classroom, I poked my head around the corner to make sure the coast was clear. Mrs. Donaghy was still there, sitting at her desk and rummaging after something in her purse. I jerked back. Crap! I hadn't expected her to still be here. But maybe it wouldn't be so bad. After all, it was Mrs. Donaghy. She probably wouldn't even care that I brought a Game Boy, as long as I promised not to play it during class. Heck, she was so old she probably didn't even know what a Game Boy was. Smiling to myself, I stepped around the corner into the room and froze. Mrs. Donaghy stood up and was fumbling with something on her head beneath the giant messy bun she called a hairstyle. Perfectly normal behavior, but for what happened next, making a satisfied aha, she started to pull from the top of her head all the way down to her neck, a very fine part now appearing. With a sudden jolt, I realized the thing in her hand was a zipper. Her back was still turned to me. She grasped the side of her head and gave a gentle tug before slowly starting to peel her face off. I couldn't move. Folding what I now realized was an extremely convincing and elaborate mask, she went to place it in the box sitting on her desk, when she noticed me standing by the door. Startled, she looked up, and I saw what was hidden underneath the mask. I could have probably smoked Usain Bolt with how fast I ran that day. My mom eventually got involved after the principal called, and said I'd been skipping school for the past 2 weeks, and wouldn't give a reason why. I didn't tell, though. I never will. Walking back into that classroom, seeing Mrs. Donaghy smile at the other children, hearing her laugh at everyone's jokes, I know no one would believe me. Sometimes I almost don't believe it myself. But then I'll catch her staring at me during a test or watching me at recess. And I know she's just biding her time, waiting to get me alone so she can show me her real face.